All right. So you're having the poor man's lunch. I never knew, in all the years I've known you, Dad, I never knew you had the rich man's lunch.
I don't, but Leah made me a sandwich and gave me a half a bag of potato chips left.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Well, why would you want to complain? David does that for you.
Well, he left about 20 minutes ago. I don't have any energy left to complain.
Isn't that the truth? Hey, Dad. Has David ever in your lifetime come over to tell you the good news?
No, sometimes he calls and gives good news. He says, I'm not coming over.
he probably has a 70-year run when he started talking as a little boy of all the bad news. What day did he ever come home with the good news, right, Dad?
Well, he had some encouraging news this morning. I think he's got his boat sold.
Well, wow, that's a miracle.
Yeah, the guy has offered to give him a non-refundable down payment.
Yeah.
To hold the boat, he's going to come over Saturday, I think, and either pay the rest or sign an agreement for what is remaining.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, heck, that's a blessing.
You're not kidding.
Wow.
You are.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
The Route 15 here. Have you heard me talk about how they are evaluating of change in the way that road has its travel? Have you heard that before?
Well, it seems like I've heard you saying something about the change in direction or routing or something, but I wasn't clear on what you were saying.
Well, they had they call it the Route 15 bypass, and they had a meeting last night, and they have three proposed plans. One of the plans would put Route 15 right in front of my house.
Oh, well, at one time I knew that they were talking about taking part of the house up there on the hill.
Well, that was for that corner. But what I'm talking about is they're thinking about one of the proposals is they would literally take New Valley Church Road, where your house is. You know where your house is in that sharp corner?
Yeah.
Well, picture between your mailbox and in that sharp corner. They take Route 15 up and through those fields behind that guy. You know that guy that bought that one house and has that big piece of property?
Yeah.
Well, picture Route 15 coming up behind that guy's house, and then it molds into New Valley Church Road and goes right in front of your house and right in front of my house. Two-way road. I mean, a two-direction road. You know, both, not just one way, but both direction road.
Right.
Right in front of my house, all the way down New Valley Church Road, behind the church in that little country store, and then it dumps back out onto Route 15 before you get up to Farmer John's.
Wow.
So if that plan passed, I now literally live right on Route 15.
Yeah, I don't remember anything quite that dramatic.
Well, you weren't here. That's 15 years ago for you. But anyways, oh my gosh, if that was to pass, I would have to say my value of my property just decreased by a third, if not more.
that take part of the pond?
No, it wouldn't do that, but it would definitely bring the roadway, up
Yeah.
further into my fence line. I can guarantee you, where the fence line kind of,
Right.
starts. I guarantee that road and the shoulder
Yeah.
and everything else would. Basically, I would say, you know how I put your fence line, I
Right.
set back off the road when we built it. Remember how I
Right.
pulled that back like 20 feet from the road?
Right. Right.
So I would think that would now become part of the shoulder in the road.
Wow.
As you go over the hill and down the hill, so all that rough, foliage and trees would all be the road, and then my guess would be you would probably see the road from the front door an extra 50 feet in,
Wow.
not 100 feet. So yeah, so man almighty, it's just one thing after another, Dad.
Yeah, that would definitely affect the value of the property.
Yeah, I've told Stephanie many times, it's time to pack up and leave, and she just won't do it. I've said so many times, we've had our day, and it's just time to pack up and leave, and she won't do it.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Really, I mean, you got such a nice piece of property there.
Yeah, I know, Dad. It's just one thing after another, buddy. It just doesn't.
True.
It just doesn't end for me. The chit show of the lifetime for me.
Well, I've been worried for you, Gary, because you're getting hit by a lot of negative stuff in a very short period of time.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, my heart rate is everywhere. My heart rate is at best it's been yet. My iPhone monitors my watch, my
Yeah.
Apple Watch, and my iPhone monitor my health. Actually my heart rate's the best it's been in years. You gotta have thick skin to do what I do.
Well, I know it, and I've been concerned about you, and as I mentioned I probably shouldn't have mentioned that to Julia, but see that replacement,
Your aorta valve.
but my cardiologist has told me, they don't, the average life isn't much longer than what I've already had that in there.
Yeah, your aorta valve.
Yeah,
No, I know.
yeah.
No, I know that. I understand that. I know that. Yeah. Well, I took care of the problem this morning, just so you know.
Well, I appreciate that, Gary. I was really, I didn't sleep for almost 2 or 3 nights, and then I fell asleep here at the table, just sitting talking with Leah. I just fall asleep. But the reason, one reason my cardiologist, in fact, I'll probably see him next month, is been kind of watching this is because your mother and I also signed non-resuscitate agreement.
All right, well, you don't need to go down all that road, Dad. I wouldn't get too caught up in that right now. Hey, Dad.
Well,
Dad, when I come down, where am I staying?
I think with Ted and Leah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Rachel's living there in your house, right?
Yeah.
And has Rachel sold her house?
She hadn't sold it. But, Silver and Danielle and Ella are moving to Fort Myers right on the 1st of July.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, all right.
Rachel, I'm trying to get her slow down because she's already, made her mind up. She's got us sell and everything. But I want to talk to Danielle because I don't know what they're really prepared to do with her down in Fort Myers.
Right.
Yeah, it's everything's up in the air right at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I get my first, storm in the morning with David, and then Rachel comes home at 5 o'clock and she takes off, and it's God, I'll tell you, we've had a bad time, Rachel and I shut her down 2 or 3 nights. She's going on that, and the way she presents it, I feel like I'm to blame for everything.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I'm not going to listen to it.
Right. That's why you just take your hearing aids out. Just nod your head. Hey, Dad, just take the batteries. Well, yours are still powered up, and you just take your hearing aids out. And you just nod your head.
My hearing aid and hardened. I don't know why. So they don't really speed right, and they'll be and we got. I'm gonna have to take them back to Costco and have them put the new tubes in.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good idea.
That's the best. Yeah.
Well, maybe I can help you out with that next week, Dad. You there?
Well, it's not good. It's not going to cost me anything, but I can't. I have to have somebody drive me over there.
That's what I said. Maybe next week I can do that for you.
Yeah. No, that'd be great, Gary.
Okay. All right. Well, I got to go to work. I got to go spray the property and cut grass and pick my ass and pick my nose and get an attitude.
Hey, what was your video about this morning?
Oh, the Ford Lightning truck getting repossessed and how I think I've made $25,000 in payments, but they're not showing that for how much I own the truck. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, were you stopped by the highway patrol or something?
Not recently. Why should I be?
Well, I don't know. I couldn't follow that. It seemed like you were in the car and there was some officer serving your papers or something.
No. That was my paperwork for the Carfax report for the Ford Lightning truck.
Oh.
You must be looking at a different video. I was in the shop.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
You're probably looking at the video where I got pulled over in the Mustang like a year or so ago.
No, you were in a truck. You weren't in the Mustang.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at that again.
Yeah. All right, Dad. Well, I got to go. Good talking to you.
Okay, son. Take care of yourself. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you.
All right. I'll be there sooner than later.
Okay.
All righty. Bye-bye. And there you go. I get the hell out of here. I can't get out of here.